True, actually.
Pointing at something I can do.
Okay, fair enough.
Manners 101. See, you learn. This is an educational stream, everyone. We're here with Andy. He'll explain Dota now.
Nice. I love doing that.
You do?
Well, actually, I do. Because I actually play the game from time to time.
Yeah.
I lose a lot, but I learn. See, that's the thing, right? People think you have to win to be good at Dota. That's actually wrong.
Yep.
Because you learn more from a loss than you do from a win.
Yep.
Which means that 2K players are geniuses. They're just misunderstood.
That's...
Reserve time.
Okay. You actually said that with a straight face. Just like,
I got through it without laughing, man. I got through it without laughing. All right.
I know a couple of 2K players, and I can tell you right now, they're definitely not geniuses. Shout out to those 2K players. They know who they are. Let's go to our game, man. Wings versus IG. The deciding matchup. We have a very similar draft, but at least with the two cores that come out. This is 3 for 3 now. Rubik is the second pick for IG.
Yep.
I haven't had the Magic Chuan yet.
He did pretty well last game.
He did pretty well in game 2, but the Magic Chuan.
The Magic Chuan.
Yeah, the Magic Chuan is something you definitely
Is he the win all your lanes for you, Chuan?
He is the better than FY Chuan.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa.
I know. I went there. I went there.
All right. Well, I want to see that Chuan.
That Chuan we saw earlier. We saw him during the group stages.
Okay.
It was pretty intense.
Reserve time.
The Ember Spirit as well being picked up, as we talked previously as well, IG. They're very flexible with their draft.
Yep.
So it can go either way, but more than likely to be played by Ferrari. Yeah. Everything else is pretty standard, apart from the early Earthshaker pickup. Normally you think about that when you get like an SF on your side.
Yeah. But I mean, I could see Wings going back to the, to like a safe lane SF even. Like take it away from IG.
You could also push the Quap to the offlane. Like they've been playing more aggressive kind of offlaners. So like that jumping kind of style, the do not initiate on clockwork.
I'm kind of surprised they actually didn't do that previously. Because as soon as you see the Shadow Fiend, and I think it was 4th pick for IG in the previous match where they did that, it becomes very obvious what the lanes are. Like you can lane counter just by putting a queen down there. And like Ember, okay, he's not a bad hero in lane when it comes to like melee, but if you're playing against a queen, like you can't do anything against that. So maybe lane countering is the way to go here for Wings in game 3.
To go.
Quite possibly. But the Earthshaker will help you with that. Like Earthshaker will guarantee your Queen of Pain gets to level 2.
Yep.
Like Fisher block the wave, Queen of Pain then just farms underneath the underneath the tower. Life is great. It kicks back, comes back again. Hey, level 3. Perfect. Another Viper ban. They did this, Wings did this in the last game as well when they saw that Ember Spirit up.
Yeah.
That was before the SF was picked, but when IG could easily just go back into what they did previously. Like
yeah,
just,
SF is still really good for them.
Go straight for the SF.
I really want to see Wings pick SF and just take it away from IG.
10 seconds to go.
Because if you pick the SF, you can run that offensive queen like you were saying, and you can put it with literally anything. Like Darkseer is still available if you want to put it like with that. You can put Undying down there. That was a really common lane in the early 6.84 phases. Like there's a lot of combinations that are available to just say, Ember Rubik is not a strong lane. It's really not. You can just win that lane super hard. I don't know. Maybe I'm ranting too much about it, but...
Oh, I think you're 100% right. But I'm actually thinking more right now about this Night Stalker ban from IG, because I'm wondering what they're thinking when they do this.
It's super good against their heroes, though.
Yeah, like, it's really great against Ember Spirit, but it makes me think they're looking at another jump hero.
Maybe they go back for SB? I'm not sure. I mean, the thing about Night Stalker is it's a 5-second silence for 1 point in the first night, and you only have to be basically level 4 to start doing stuff.
Yeah.
So it's a very online, early kind of divey, harassing hero that synergizes very well, I feel, with Queen.
But if you ran it as, like, because you got the Earthshaker, you have to push the Earthshaker into a core. If you ran both a Night Stalker as well as an Earthshaker...
You could run Support Shaker and offlane Soccer. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think that's too bad. Okay, here's a Darkseer. I like that.
Looks like we lost one.
Picking something to at least pressure the lane. Like, in the last game, we saw that Wings rotations were pretty much the make or break for them, as IG obviously had a much better time between Chuan and Super making stuff happen. But if you just have good lanes, like good static lanes in general, then it puts the emphasis on IG trying to make something happen in the early game. And we saw in game 1, when they had to do that, it was a disaster. Like, they actually just got wrecked. So,
and we're back.
I feel like this is a step in the right direction for Wings if they want to take this game, but IG are going to get their hands on the Spirit Breaker. Another great hero to force the aggression.
Yeah. Great ways of chasing after the Queen of Pain as well. You want to blink yourself out. The only
10
stuns you've got at
seconds
the
to go.
moment is going to be Vac, good luck, as well as Earthshaker Fisher, which,
5 seconds.
as you saw in your earlier tiebreaker game, doesn't always hit the mark.
They say hit or miss, I
Reserve
think is the
time.
phrase.
Yeah.
And sometimes it does not hit.
Big swing, no ding.
Yeah.
That's always my old phrase.
That was a really sad Earthshaker, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, I was watching that this morning. I was just like, please, just... It's like watching Rocky, and Apollo's in the ring, and the Russian is just beating the living crap out of him. And it's just like, Rocky, throw in the towel. Just throw in the towel. It's just like he wants to die in the ring. I said, no! This man's got a wife and a kid! You throw in that towel! He's got something to live for!
The Shaker had a family, is what you're saying.
Yes!
Okay. I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Little shakelings that needed their earth.
Dire's ban.
Hello, SF. What a surprise.
This is very, very similar to last game's draft for IG.
I like this from Wings, though. Like, where you get the Witch Doctor, it's not the greatest against Spirit Breaker because it's a projectile stun. So catching him
10
instantly, that's
seconds
why
to
like,
go.
Rubik is so much better against Spirit Breaker. But if this SB does
5
commit in,
seconds.
and then you get Paralyzing Cast stunned up, the early build for the Witch Doctor at the moment is also 1 point up in Cask, and then instantly a point in Malediction.
Radiant's ban.
So you go for the very early pickoff on the offlaner. And we still don't know that from IG.
It's probably Spirit Breaker.
It's probably Spirit Breaker, but I was wondering if they actually venture into something more like a Beastmaster. Direct control on the Queen of Pain, really good against
10 seconds to
against
go.
the Earthshaker if he tries to harass him out of the lane.
It's actually very good, yeah.
5 seconds.
And then that allows the Spirit Breaker to be that roaming aggression. You don't really get the perfect gank for the SF in the mid. That's
Reserve
kind of like
time.
the downside. And maybe they also want us to try and find some silence. Like that Skywrath Mage is also here in the pool.
Yeah, Skywrath was really good last game, though, because they also had
Dire's
Clock.
pick.
Whereas this game, the only setup this time is the Ember Spirit. Ooh, Anti-Mage. Okay.
Radiant's
Okay. Now, this is kind of a good pick because if you look at their heroes, they have 2 pretty good supports in terms of being able to kill, right? Like Witch Doctor Shaker is pretty decent. And I was going to say Silencer. Why didn't I say that?
You should have said it.
I was going to say Silencer
You would
because
have
I was
looked like
like,
a genius.
I was like, you know, they have Spirit Breaker for initiation and Ember. It's really easy to set up fights around Global with those types of heroes when you have the reach.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest strengths of picking highly mobile heroes. A Silencer is a great fallback to just be like, okay, well, you get 1 good initiation and boom, guaranteed kills. That is definitely a solid pick here for IG. But Wings, with the Anti-Mage, I don't think IG can go aggressive with their heroes, first off. Like, if they do...
Really?
I mean, they can.
Because I kind of love it when I see a Silencer aggression. I always blame Team Empire for this, especially Vanscore. Because that was back when they just start stealing intelligence from level 1. You
Yeah.
can harass out the lane. Up against a Wish Doctor, Earthshaker, Anti-Mage, maybe
10
not,
seconds
but
to go.
a Spirit Breaker directly against the Anti-Mage, he doesn't really care. Like, he can just level up Bash level 1 if he really needs to.
That part is true. But the one worry that I have is because IG or Radiant, it's so easy for the
Everybody
Shaker to get a
gets
good
set.
fissure. Like Ice can throw out a fissure, block
Yeah.
somebody off, a support dies, you
And
lose
then
the
IG
lane.
just have to stand and fight. Like,
Yeah,
that's-
It's really, really scary, I think, to take that engagement. But
Yeah, they're not going to. They just send the SB at the off lane. Initially, you might have thought maybe they were going to because Super was walking north, but he just wanted to give an Observe Ward over to the Spirit Breaker. So it will be Rabbit to play the SF in mid, so actually... Yeah, he's going bottle build right now, and there's a Mango on the Ember Spirit. This looks like it's a rune secure kind of play.
well, I hope they do get it. We saw the difference of what happens when a Queen gets a Bounty Rune and the Shadow Fiend doesn't.
They're taking bottom rune.
Yeah.
It's actually it's going to be fun as well to see Rabbit's build. Because you have the consistent damage from the Iron Shell. So it's a little easier to get
seconds to
those
go.
souls in.
That is true.
So if he's going to go souls anyway for the safe level. Okay, take it back. He's going to go for the Razors. Ferrari, you cannot get in range for the Searing Chain.
Well, since they're getting the rune anyway, again, it's
Yeah.
it's a very marginal
Okay.
difference.
Okay, and I also take it back because I just contradicted myself.
Yeah.
Because I said Rabbit was going to go mid, and then
And
I
then you said
started
he was
talking
going
about
to
his
go
matchup
safe,
against
and I'm like, wait,
Darkseid.
why is he talking about
Away we go.
Ion Shell for the SF?
Dude, just...
I was
Thanks.
thinking, and I didn't just want to say it straight away because I thought maybe I missed something.
No, you didn't miss anything.
Okay.
It was a
Radiant on one
contradiction of
side,
my own
Dire
thoughts.
on the
It's
other.
alright, man. It happens. I thought that Silver Edge disabled Necromastery, so there you go. Thank you, Twitch chat.
That's right. Don't worry. Yesterday we had Blitz who didn't know that the mini stun was removed from Juggernaut, and
Oh my! That was like so long ago.
Yeah, I know. And I failed on the roll with the Lincoln Sphere, because I thought raw stun still went through Lincoln Sphere. So everyone has their moments.
Yeah.
Top lane, Luo, you're up a long way here, and that's what I'm interested to see. Okay, yeah, he actually did it. He leveled up Bash to start with because he just wants to punch the Witch Doctor down. At the same time, Witch Doctor went for a first level Malediction. This is all about just like taking the gloves off the fists.
Yeah, but you're never going to win that trade unless the AM helps, right? Like, as Innocence, you can't do that again.
But what's the AM going to do? Like, AM still doesn't skill that mana break, and that's the only thing that's really going to help this early on.
Well, he will when he hits 2. Like, he'll have Blink Mana Burn, so what he's going to do is he's going to get Luo out of mana, because this is the most damage that you can deal, right?
Yep.
When the hero has mana, you hit way harder. As soon as he goes out of mana, though, then your trades become not maybe as effective as you want them to be.
Is he going to blink? He doesn't have blink yet.
He's not 2, yeah.
He's short by 4 points of experience.
Like, those...
Luo isn't really sad about this, though, because even if you do take away his mana, he can just trigger the Mango and charge himself away once he's got level 2.
Yes. Yeah, I don't think he'll be dying up here. If he does, it's going to be a mass overextension.
Innocence also just lost out a little bit there, too, because he got the creep wave aggro, and it cancelled his clarity.
Oh,
so he's locked at 170 mana right now.
That's actually so bad. He can only cast 1 more spell, and then he's for a while.
So even if you do find the opening, because that's what I was talking about previously with the Witch Doctor, you go for that 1 point up in Cask, 1 point up in Malediction, you get the stun into the Malediction, but he can't do the combo.
Yeah, I really think that for now...
Oh, top. Invis Rune Steel. Even gets a second little Bastion. Able to get something in before the Invis Rune really takes full effect.
IG are getting such a good early game going for them right now.
And they're able to scat out the... Oh, really? Darkseer? He should know he's going to give 3 levels over to Luo by doing this.
Well, he knows now. He killed that, and he knows, oh, I didn't get that much experience. I'm out of here.
Yeah, but these guys are going to time out. So he's retreating out at level 3. I suppose the level 2 Iron Shell allows him to go back down to the bottom lane. And he's got 715 gold, so this Soul Ring's pretty damn close.
Yeah, I mean, the Darkseer is not going to be shut down, but...
Middle lane,
I would be really worried about how this is going. Because the Shadow Fiend is actually ahead at a very early point, and when you let a Shadow Fiend get ahead in the first few waves, you do not win that lane without a gank. Like, SF is notorious for being able to hold on to a lead.
This Queen of Pain should also be very happy that that creep wave was pushing him when it did. If she stayed out in the lane just like 2 seconds more, the Spirit Breaker would have been in range to go for the charge, and it would have allowed Chuan to get in range to get the telekinesis grab.
Yeah. Look at this efficiency, man. Luo just taking the golems. Doesn't want him to time out. 10 seconds left. What a player.
It's free money, dude. Why would you give up free money? Even gets to move over and see Innocence rotating in towards the mid lane. Wings also committed so heavily. Like, they used 2 Sentry Wards to make sure they could block up, like get rid of the ward on this top lane, but they missed the Observer Ward. Luo actually had it further down south, so even that doesn't help them.
All these little tiny things going great for IG here in game number 3.
Yeah, but Wings have the greatest thing going for him. The Animage is 24 for 12 on the CS board. He is having a really, really good time here as an Animage early on.
He is the highest farm, but we also need to keep in mind that the AM's timing, in terms of his items, typically doesn't coincide with when IG want to push, which means
SP. Charge is coming down on Innocence. It's the Observer that knows that Innocence is alone, and he just makes a space, comes in for the rune. The Paralyzing Cast won't bounce, and Luo, questions were made and questions were answered, and he's dead.
That's a first.
Oh, Innocence jacks the first blood. Doesn't want to give it to his queen player, I guess. It would have been really easy to just give him that kill, but...
Radiant's top
I don't know why he ran in.
He wanted the rune.
Yeah, but you could see the rotations coming. The rest of IG were there looking at the rotation coming.
But
it was daytime, the vision came out.
Bounty rune.
But he's an alchemist.
Whatever, he's a strength melee hero. Might as well be alchemist, right? That's how it works. I think it's fine. And by that I mean if he got the rune, it would have been maybe slightly acceptable. But
he still was going to die no matter what, because he used his charge to initiate on the Witch Doctor.
Yo, Envy would have gone for that rune.
In that case, I agree with the decision.
There you go.
Perfect. Wonderful. I disagree on all fronts. Oh, God. All right, so you get the first blood over to Wings. This is now, what, 3 games in a row this has ended up happening?
Yep.
Luo is still finding a lot of experience on this offlane, which is great for him. So yeah, he died. You kind of expect at one point the offlane will die. And by doing so, he's keeping Wing's attention towards this top lane. And this allows Ferrari to keep up with the CS of the anti-mage. He's having to burn through a decent... Actually, what is it? Is his net worth near the anti-mage? Because he's had to go through consumables. So he's behind the anti-mage by like 200 or so. It's not too bad.
It's like one creep wave, basically.
Yeah. It's just having to burn through consumables because you're in a lane with a Darkseer with a high-level Iron Shell.
It is annoying, but most Ember Spirits typically buy bottle, especially around level 6, and this Silencer getting punched a little bit.
That helps.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's
silence him.
tower.
And, well, curse him and silence him.
Yeah, I really do feel like in this particular game, there's going to be like no action, and then as soon as heroes get like one core item, there's going to be non-stop fighting. Because all these heroes actually need something. Like Ember, you kind of want an Aquila and or drums after your phase. Shadow Fiend, you want your mech. Like even Spirit Breaker, you want to finish like Urn after your brown boots, and you want 6. And Chuan's pretty much in the same boat with getting that spell
Silencer
seal.
wants more than a Sentry Ward.
Nah, Super's the one guy on the team who I actually can say probably doesn't need anything.
Actually, he needs level 6. He needs level
Global's
6.
nice, yeah.
Yeah, the global is the kind of thing you really want to have because there's no way for Witch Doctor to get a full ulti off when global silence is there.
That is very true. And Rabbit is getting an awful load of those creeps. All right, there we go.
Even Darkseer actually getting his hit off. But the one thing which could work is like Earthshaker with a Blink Dagger getting Echo Slam. But Ice needs to get to said Blink Dagger.
Yeah. Well, they are smoked.
But a walk-in doesn't really do it for you. But there's no global at the moment, so he's still perfectly all right. But Luo's in the tree line, so the smoke will break. And they're picking out saying, yeah, we broke the smoke very early on, so there's someone in the tree line now. Rabbit TP's in. He's already got the buckler, so there's extra armor available, and they pick up on the quad! She blinked in underneath the tier 1 tower up. The Fissure actually cut off the rest of Wings from approaching that mid. And that's a kill for IG.
That was a really questionable blink. I mean, the Fissure made it so there was almost no chance they could kill because of the way the Fissure was placed. Because if you charge in, you have to walk all the way around the trees for the other heroes because the Fissure actually blocked the pathing a little bit.
Yep.
So then he blinks and he's like, I'm done. And then, you know.
Rabbit Silo, however, hanging around a long time here in the mid. And there's your Paralyzing Cast. Get the Malediction. He wants to wind up for the ulti, but the extra stun made it impossible to do so. And that's going to be the kill going the way of the Witch Doctor. Once again, Innocence stealing it. He's got 2 kills so far.
I mean, he better be buying wards, that's all I'm saying.
He is. He's buying Sentry's obs. Got himself some boots as well. I think he was the one that upgraded the courier too.
Yeah, but the SF...
His net worth is the 2nd lowest, even though he's the only one to find kills for Wings.
Oh man, the Silencer has 400 net worth.
Yeah.
God.
That's why I was like sitting here, man, going, this Silencer needs to get more.
Super, please.
Like, did he... Hang on, wait. No. He had more net worth than that before.
Yeah, but he probably had consumables or something.
True,
Probably
but what did he consume? Like, did he buy just more
If he puts a ward down, he loses net worth.
Courier. Yep, okay. It's going to deliver Embracer, and... No, it's just the TP scroll. It's super bought a TP scroll, but... Okay, that's...
Yeah.
Terrific.
He's got net worth. 75 more.
He needs level 6.
I mean, it's going to go away when he uses it.
Yeah. Hence, consumed. They really have to give him level 6, though.
I think it's also... Like, his timing level 6 is more important if the Spirit Breaker is like level 6, or if they want to start fighting with Ferrari.
True, Luo's still only level 5 on this offlaner.
Because if you have the Nether Strike in global, then you can pretty much guarantee a kill. Oh. But if you only just have the global, then you're hoping that you either get a lucky bash or Ferrari's there to Searing Chains and add the damage.
But the moment, like what happened in the mid lane, like Rabbit gets stunned by the Paralyzing Cask, pop global silence.
Yeah.
Rabbit then turns around for a full Requiem of Souls. He's got mech in 400 gold. Could trigger that one, and then Wings, like, then they fail their initiation, and it's rotations for nothing, and Silencer doesn't even have to be part of it. He just has to be alive on the map. So, smoke up from IG, and they are going to try and initiate. Rubik is still not level 6, however. And Rabbit still doesn't have the mech, and they're going to try and have a crack at top. Innocence is in the neighborhood, and this Paralyzing Cast could cause a lot of problems.
This is a really weird timing, though, because SP's
Look at the same time on bottom lane. Who's going to die first? Silencer. Fissure. Off the side, but they still will find the kill. Silencer to drop. But this also tells IG there is no support on this top lane.
Yeah. I think it's going to be hard to kill Shadow.
They're just going to have to keep the vision up.
Like, the smoke's already broke. This is just like a waste of time now, I feel.
Maybe that's the reason why they're committing so hard. They're just going to lose. Oh, no, the Observer was. Oh, he blinks down. Ember Spirit jumping forward. The charge is coming in right now. Chuan with the Tulki's grab, going to pick him up, throw him in, and there's your first bash. Needs a second one, however, before Shadow blinks himself away to safety. Now the rest of Wings come over the hillside. The Sonic Wave will ensure the kill on Lure. The Malediction pop is what finds the kill. Make that 3 now for Innocence. Okay, that was optimistic. But they still find the kill on the Rubik. So 2 heroes dying. Rabbit never even left the lane. He was just like, you know what, guys? You just do your thing. I'm going to finish my mech. And I don't want to have anything to do with what you just did.
I don't understand why they forced that so hard. Okay, so they smoke, right? Rabbit is 200 gold away from his mech. And there's a half a level left in the Spirit Breaker before he gets his ult. Like, why do you force that smoke?
It's the blink. It's the blinders. You have a target, you know what you want to do, and you will not move away from your path.
But it's such a small thing, like, not even 2 creep waves, and he would have had mech.
But it's something to which you don't expect IG to make a mistake. Like, you've got Super, Rabbit, Ferrari, Lure, Chuan. These guys have so much experience. They've been in Dota 2 for so long. So decisions as players, they know what to do. But as a team, they struggle.
Yeah, that call was definitely weird. I mean, that was even best case scenario in terms of Shadow wasting his blink. Like, that is the best opening you can ask for, and they still didn't kill him because the Spirit Breaker wasn't 6.
Yep.
Dire structures looking
well, that's nice from Sean. At least now he steals blink himself.
You know,
and this tier 1 tower belongs to Rabbit. So the upside is you only lost your Spirit Breaker and your Rubik. Yeah, the fight didn't really go that well. You gave more over to Wings, but you're on bottom lane. And okay, that's a blink forward from Shadow. But again, an Anti-Mage wasting his blink. ASUS doesn't have anything really to give here. He's about to give away some intelligence over to Super. The first 2 points he gets to steal, and Shadow, okay, yeah, Luo is not going to complete that one. Again, charging before level 6. But you get the kill on the Earthshaker. Ferrari still having himself a great old time. Not the greatest net worth in the world at 4,400. But he's doing better than the Queen of Pain is.
Yeah.
And the SF is still out CSing everyone. And Rabbit's at mech. Do you actually want to see the BKB in this game?
Yeah, I think BKB is super good. Like, Cask and Fissure with Vacuum Wall, like, that alone is enough to make me contemplate buying it. And that's also not even accounting for, like, the Queen damage.
But when you have Global Silence, like, maybe you can feel confident enough you can get something like the SMY as well.
He could go SMY. I wouldn't hate that. Like, delaying BKB for a later BKB, I actually think is good. Yeah. Like, if you go SMY, then BKB, or SMY, Scotty, and then BKB, like, sure. Those things are definitely a good way to go. Because that way you still hit really hard, and if the global is properly timed, like you were saying, it might still save Rabbit in a lot of these situations. But BKB, I still think, might be his choice at some point.
Chuan blinks forward, gets the pick up over on that Queen of Pain with a Global Silence and the Nether Strike. That is how you ensure the fight. The Paralyzing Cask will be bouncing down back over to Luo. Won't go any further than that in the tier 1 tower. Still cut off by SF, and Luo charges back off cooldown. He's chasing up to Innocence, and Vac will pull him out of it. Nice little disruption. But now Chuan, okay, he's only got Totem available. That's not going to help him, but SF doesn't need help. Raises through it all. The mid tower is being attacked in by Ferrari. Top lane is being pressured by Shadow, and he's very close to finishing up his Battle Fury. But this Rabbit's getting so damn big. And it's actually with the SMY. He finishes the Sange.
Yeah, I mean, I think that the item is fine here. I just mean, like, you are going to eventually want BKB against those heroes.
Yeah.
Because there will be a point where the AM has Manta, the Queen has BKB, and you're not going to be able to rely on Global to be able to save you. But I do think that having the earlier SNY for just tower sieging allows you the little bit of extra durability that you want from the BKB, but it also gives you the damage and the chase. Not to mention how good MAME can be for running down heroes who have Blink like Queen and AM.
Just be really careful about these positions. Like, there's no Global Silence. Ferrari, now he does have Defensive Spirit over in the Dire Jungle, but Rabbit, neck charge very early on, and where is this damage? Most of us prepared. He's got 13 1 charges, actually making it so the Mana Void does almost nothing, and then the Cask, there's nothing. The Cask gives the rest of IG away.
Ferrari.
And Luo, well, where's he want to go here? The Malediction does connect on the Spirit Breaker, but there he should jump in. The Fissure will come out from Chuan, trying to split this fight up a little bit more. The Nether Strike bouncing back to the Darkseer with the Tulki's grab. They hold Faith in position underneath the tower, so he'll end up going down, but you've still got an open season right now for Shadow as well as this Queen of Pain to get a double kill. Ferrari once more from the back lines. He'll get himself a triple kill, in fact. Is he the man that actually ran in from behind, just picked up all the backhanders?
Yes. He literally did. They dropped everything on Rabbit, and they had nothing left to deal with Ferrari. And at that point, the two Blink heroes are just diving the tower, right? They're like, yeah, whatever. We're not going back for Ferrari. We can't kill him anyway. Let's just try to clean up whatever else we can and get the heck out of here.
You know, Ferrari did more damage during that fight than all of Wings combined.
Yeah.
He did 1,600 damage. And
They
also,
had...
props to Rubik. This is what I was talking about. He actually ended up doing himself 1,400 points of damage as a Rubik.
That's pretty insane.
Yep.
But I will say that it's really nice for an Ember to be able to come into the fight later, because then there's nothing to break Flame Guard, right? Like, there was no Queen damage left because the Queen was, like, tower diving Luo, I believe, at that point, and Ion Shell wasn't a problem because a Darkseer was dead, and he just gets the full damage off from the Flame Guard. And that lasts for 20 seconds, and it does 60 damage a second. So 1,200 plus the magic reduction is like 800 damage or something like that, right? After magic resist, so... It's a lot of damage.
Sounds about right. Hello, Ferrari. You're walking into a smoke gank.
That's a... I mean, that's valuable. You revealed it.
Yep. Surge away at the wrong time. Luo's able to Nether Strike, and he gets the bash as well. Fate's in a huge amount of trouble. Chuan still holding on to that stolen fissure. Silence now has 8 intelligence stolen from Wings. And this is just going to keep rising and rising and rising. This will probably also be a tier 2 tower in bottom lane. Your Global Silence is off cooldown, your Mech is up again, your Spirit Breaker, yeah, you've got your Nether Strike on cooldown, but Ferrari has a double damage ring.
He does indeed.
This is a very simple push.
Guess what's happening to Dire's bottom
These committed so weird for that, however. Like, you know the Ember Spirit's going to jump out, so you need the Fissure to hit first.
Yeah.
The Echo Slam control to follow up, and that's when, like, you almost have to Maledict him at the start and then go into the Death Ward.
It just goes back to what we were saying earlier, like all the little things that were going well for IG, like not getting dewarded in either of their lanes pretty much, and Rabbit was doing great mid. He had an awesome Shadow Fiend last game as well. It feels like when they put him mid on that hero, he doesn't lose his matchup, and then he always has the proper item timings, and he's able to group up with his team and start to take the objectives early, which I feel this patch, it's almost necessary to have at least one mech carrier on the team just for that purpose.
Yeah. But it might also be because of the way Wings looks at it. Like, you got Ferrari. Okay, we'll come back to this in a moment because Ice is being charged into the Nether Strike, actually being interrupted in a good Echo Slam. But the Nether Strike is still available, and that's where Ice is in a lot of trouble. SF, which is the basic attack, will find the kill.
He actually got last worded right before he echoed, so when he echoed, he couldn't fissure or enchant.
Radiant's mid tower's
that was so unlucky, actually, that happened to him.
Luo, you're going up a long way here, man.
Just chasing him out.
Yeah. Intimidation. Yeah, but go back to the point I was talking about before that, okay, no, to go back out of that point, Ferrari jumping in very aggressively. And Wings, if they want to chase, they surge up the Witch Doctor, but he's not going to find himself a Paralyzing Cask, and that's still a double damage Ferrari.
Coin for me.
You don't want to fight that. But yeah, because you got, like, remember what happened with Samael? Like, Samael, oh, he's doing so well, we've got to shut him down. So time and time again, you keep focusing on Samael. Maybe the same kind of thing is happening here with Ferrari. That blink is going to come to bite him in the butt a little bit. No Nether Strike, however, but the Searing Chains will hold him in. And then Global Silence. Ice, he actually held off the fissure. Shadows in the tree line, but the Flame Guard will burn him out. And now it also reveals the position of the Earthshaker. Nether Strike still off. He missed the vision. He's going to charge himself in. It was on cooldown, the Nether Strike. But Ferrari will just move in. They know exactly where he is. He goes for the totem, misses the timing for it, and Rubik will kill Secure with the Fade Bolt. And that's now Blink Dagger for Chuan as well. This is really, really good for IG.
Radiant's bottom tower.
The funny thing is,
right now,
we are talking a lot about IG and how well they're doing, which because it's true, obviously. Yeah. Like, we wouldn't be saying it if it wasn't true. But the cores on Wings are still not that far behind. It just seems
like game 1 all over again?
It could be. It could be that timing where the AM gets his Manta up and there's like one core item up on the Queen and they can try to turn it, but bottom lane.
Yeah, they're beaten into that Queen of Pain. She'll blink away and TP out in time. But you are right, like, you got your Yule set, you've got ways to deal with this. Okay, it's not that great when Darkseer almost gets cliffed. And then Rubik also steals Iron Shell. And, okay, Fate's really committing for this. He's going to Iron Shell and surge himself forward into Rabbit. That was, again, optimistic is the word. But you are right, like the Animator's farming up so well, he goes for the Vlads instead. And I got a feeling this is primarily because Wings is thinking more about Roshan. Like, the teamfight aura is going to be really nice, but Animator's in a position soon where he can just, like, pop in and grab Roshan himself.
Yeah, I mean,
That'll
when you have
help you win the fight.
Yeah, when you have the Vlads, it's just like, it's free if you get a little bit of time.
Yeah.
That's a problem, because you don't actually kill it that fast, but you can kill it. And I don't think IG really want to give him the opportunity, though. There's another double damage. Every single time I click on an IG hero, one of them has a DD. This time it's Rabbit.
They're praying to the Dota gods. Tier 2 tower's getting hit pretty hard. There is Surge available. Now, looking for the back. It's a good fissure.
Nice.
And Sonic Wave. Chuan dies instantly. The Death Ward doing no damage, however, because the fight's already moved back a long way. The Yulson from Quap will buy you time to get that blink off cooldown until the Searing Chains and Rabbit winds up the Requiem. He still never used that mech. He's got one charge available in Ice Eyes. Gets the Echo Slam off, but you've lost 2 for 1. It's not that bad. Shadow, maybe that's bad. He cancelled his TP back. So he has to push this tier 2 tower and just look for the trade-off, because the Animage was farming while all this was going on.
I think that cancel was actually good, though. Like, if he TP's back, what does he do? There's a double damage Shadow Fiend. Ferrari can go back to base, fill his bottle, and heal his teammates.
He could actually die. Because
he could actually die.
You had the Global Silence up for the Silencer, you didn't have to use it during the fight. If he finished that TP, he'll be underneath the tier 2 tower, right in front of the IG team. But because he's so far away now, IG understand he's not coming back. So this tier 3 tower is getting ripped apart. The Paralyzing Cask will fly out. It doesn't bounce any further though, and Innocent takes so much damage from just a Searing Chain.
They glyphed their tier 2, so this is the punishment.
Oh, Innocent! Oh, he's so low. They had to burn the mech already. This is actually really bad for them, unless they can get the kill over on this Ember Spirit, which they will. That Malediction does a lot of damage early on, and where's the extra help? It's the Anti-Mage actually coming in from the rear, with a Global Silence. It'll isolate Shadow outside of the base. The Earthshaker already brought back, and they do get the fidget control over on Luo, but Darkseer taking a lot of damage from Rabbit, and he'll actually die to Rabbit as well. They push in further. Wings blinks himself away to safety. 67 life is what he drops down to, and Wings, they're expending so much money to try and keep this mid-ranks alive. It is a very rough effort, but the fidget's back off cooldown. Rabbit getting isolated a little bit more. The Death Ward will come up. Fade's going to keep Rabbit in range of that Death Ward, but there's no Malediction to really work with this. And the Darkseer raised down in this basic attack. And Chuan, he didn't toggle Restoration. They gave Chuan the Death Ward. And a movement like that from Ferrari, he understands that this Witch Doctor is just food. And Ferrari's hungry.
I think that might have just totally crippled Wing's chances of taking this game. Like, before we were saying, okay, it's kind of close, and that fight recap obviously doesn't cover everything because it only showed Ferrari's ability usage, but pretty much what happened was the AM canceled the TP, didn't go back mid, then ran back instead of killing the tier 2. He did get the courier, though, which is one thing that he can take solace in, I suppose.
Was there anything good on that courier? There was nothing on the courier. It was an empty courier.
Look, I'm trying to find the positive script.
I'm sorry. Come on. I'm sorry as well. It's not our fault. We call it like it is.
It's a little rough right now. We'll say that.
It is.
The AM's working his way towards Manta. He's got Yasha now. His CS is still all right. He's second highest net worth, a little bit below the Shadow Fiend at the moment. The one thing about IG's lineup is you can actually set up Mana Void in a couple of these heroes. Like Silence is a good target because he has such a high mana pool. Even Chuan, you can do it to him as well. He's got 1,000 mana. Once you get that Manta, there are opportunities for Shadow to go in and maybe look for one of those big bombs and try to turn the fight.
They're coming out. 4 heroes together for Wings. This is actually the best opportunity they can have if IG was all inside the pit. But Ferrari walks forward. There's your Fissure stun. They need more control, and they will. They'll Echo Slam him down, and that Death Ward from Innocence this time is a really good position for them. The mech charge is gone, but the Sonic Wave return from Chuan. Oh, everything could have been so good. But then there's just the burst damage from IG. The control is there, and another fight where IG, they have Global Silence, but refuse to use it because they don't need to. They repair all of the damage. The BKB time as well for Rabbit. He bought it just before the fight. The other thing they had to do was buy back on Ferrari.
Yeah, but more than worth it, like easily.
Oh yeah.
You trade 1 for 3. Sure, I'll take a buyback. Yeah.
Oh, this is just, it's brutal.
The other thing that, now I don't know if Super did this with the foresight to think about it, but if you know that your Ember has buyback, then there's actually no point in globaling for him if you know you're going to get Roshan anyway. Because then you have global for the high ground push, right?
Yep.
So you're saving your global for the harder fight, which I think, if they honestly thought it that far ahead, that's ridiculous. But
that's pretty impressive, and that's also confidence building. The fact that, like, your Ember walks into 4 heroes,
he might not have expected to die, to be fair. He might have just, like, he might have done it because he knew he had buyback and he knew he had his spirit out, so he has that safety net. But I'm sure he didn't go into it going, oh, I want to die. He probably just died and was like, ah, whatever, it's fine, I got buyback.
The Shadow Amulet moving from Rabbit. They try to push him close enough that he was in range, not in range of the tower, but close enough for a good Requiem. It's Silencer who's building into the Glimmer. Hello, bottom lane. Anime. There's your Global Silence.
He's quite tanky still.
Yep,
he still does.
but he's going to burn. He's up against Flame Guard and then just the punching of the Spirit Breaker. So they do commit Global Silence to put the Anti-Mage on the sideline. That's worth it, because Anti-Mage is still the only hope for Wings. Like, he needs to finish up that Manta style. And, whoa, hello! Blink forward by Queen of Pain! That was a little bit too far in. The Yulset will buy time for the blink away with the one charges as well. He'll end up surviving through this, burning the BKB of Rabbit, but Ferrari, he's on the front lines. Innocence TP's out successfully. Faith still trying to surge himself out, but the Searing Chains will ensure the kill. And that was the death of the Darkseer. And Wings now, they are 2 men down.
The Dire might want to mine.
Yeah, and that's like DD number, what, 78 for IG this game?
That's not pretty high, dude.
I don't understand, like every other rune that spawns is double damage.
You know the drill.
And that's like the perfect rune for IG to get to, because all they've been doing for the last 10 minutes is hitting buildings.
Lucky Ducks, Innocence. He's trying to get the perfect cask off. Misses on the Malediction on Ferrari. The Fissure was there, but then you have Chorn running through. He's still got Sonic Wave. He's going to basically pop the Queen of Pain if he can. It's not required, however. He's still got this for a little bit longer. And the Darkseer is coming up in 6 seconds' time, so they'll try and fight this, like, then for Wings. The Witch Doctor doesn't have buyback, and there it is. Queen of Pain jumps forward, and now they charge in for the Queen of Pain. There's your group up, and with your Mana Void, okay, Ferrari comes a lot, but there it is from Sean. The Sonic Wave hits, they back into the wall, and Ember Spirit is down for the count. And they can get a couple of pickoffs. Sean will die here. There is no way to stop this from happening. Queen of Pain will find the kill again, having to Yulset to dodge this, to blink away as Shadow comes back into the fight, looking for more. He bought back for this, so he needs to kill off Rabbit. The blink forward will allow this to happen, but it's the Aegis, the Immortal.
He can't get away from this, I don't think.
He should die. But then again, okay, BKB raises. He can't find Innocence. He's just beating into the racks. He can't kill the melee racks anyway, so he'll just die. So IG get wiped. They do, however, still have the mid racks as their advantage, so it's not that bad. And the buybacks that came out from Wings, like they've still used 3 buybacks in the last like 7-8 minutes.
So much experience in gold though, honestly. Like 5,000 experience swing, like 6,000. No, excuse me, 5,000 gold swing, 6,000 experience.
So much into the Darkseer too. What's he buying with this? He's got 3k gold and just holding on to a staff. He goes Blink Dagger.
Yeah. I like that. The biggest issue right now that Wings have been having is Ice didn't have Blink Dagger, but he should have it the next time they go high ground. So even in these circumstances, like forcing the AM to buy back, obviously not the greatest thing in the world for Wings, but some heroes are still reaping the benefits of it. It's not like he's buying back and they're still losing complete sets of racks. Like, they actually defended that.
Yeah.
And that was with Rabbit having Aegis.
It was also with Queen of Pain blinking again into the middle of IG. Like, I'm almost feeling like he's trying to do this in a way to bait out BKBs early on. So he blinks forward in, they all go, oh my god, what the hell am I supposed to do? And then he Yulsets himself up. He has to survive, however, when he does this for 3.5 seconds.
Yeah.
That's a long time.
It is a very long time. And
but they catch Ferrari. He's walking into him. Son of Fist catches 2, and Defensive Spirit's available. So, yeah. Ice still has that Blink Dagger, as they just blink in multiple directions. Darkseer. Okay. The Earthshaker just celebrated getting that Blink Dagger, and he's going to die directly after it.
They're stuck.
Yep.
He can blink out. Maybe. Oh.
No, Ferrari has spirits. But they can't capitalize. Shadow's pushing bottom lane. So even if IG do want to go in through top, they have to... Yeah, they're already TPing back. Like, you could potentially TP the Ember Spirit, but he's got it on cooldown. Like, he just remnants down, remnants away.
Right.
It's always fun too. Like, is it really worthwhile, like, bypassing the points up in Remnant? Because he's going for stats and just leaving it 1 point Remnant.
I know a lot of people don't get Remnant until level 15 and 16, typically, because that's when all your other skills are going to be maxed anyway.
Yeah.
But I do think that getting the damage is okay. Like, here's the thing. If you're going to be dropping all 3 Remnants aggressively, then it's essentially 150 damage increase per rank, which is more substantial than just using him solely for retreat mechanisms. And if his playstyle is to always just have a Remnant out to go back to, instead of just dumping them all on somebody to go for a kill, then yeah, I think leveling Remnant is kind of useless.
Ferrari agrees. They're getting ready for top. It's the most exposed racks. Wings, however, they're ready to fight this. You got Glimmer Caves of their own, you've got the Aghanims up from the Queen of Pain, so getting into the base is going to be difficult.
Yep.
Faith, oh wait, are they?
They want to go in.
Roshan is not up. They're looping around behind to try and fight IG. Now, the Dire Observer Ward
this is hard to
seeing
anticipate,
exactly where IG is moving. They can actually really cluster this fight up. So Shadows on the front lines, and there's your blink back. The Echo Slayer from ISIS, and the Sonic Wave connects. They can't find the first kill, however. The Meg Charge and BKB got off from Rabbit. They'll lose 3. The Queen of Pain is when she's down for the count. They thought they had the vision advantage. They actually did. But Rabbit's BKB timing was too good, and that, I think, is game.
If that fissure hit the Spear Breaker, that fight I think would have been completely different. Because what happened is they go for a blink back on 2, and his immediate follow-up from Ice Ice, and yeah, you're right, it is the good game, so it looks like IG are going to be the ones who are moving on to the winner's bracket, correct?
Yes.
They just go straight there after the tiebreakers. All right, well, big congratulations to them.
They'll play up against the winner of Newbie and Newbie Young, which is, I believe, is actually still going on. They actually went to a Game 3 as well. So we are sticking with the Chinese matches, even though I believe there's some Southeast Asian games kicking in soon. But we've been your home for China, as well as your home for all the commentary inside the game. Hope you've been enjoying it. But Invictus Gaming, it wasn't an easy run. I wasn't expecting an easy run for them either.
After the first game, I actually thought that Wings would just... not steamroll them, but, you know, I felt really confident they could actually take both games because it was such a dominant performance, right?
Yeah.
They just had such a nice lineup. There was good synergy. They took map control early. They just ended the game. There was very few flaws in that game from Wings, and I was like, wow, that was, you know, really impressive.
Yeah.
And the second game, IG did the same thing, and I was like, okay, well, maybe both teams just have their on and off games. And then IG just managed to put 2 together, and they move on.
Yeah, they do. So for now, we're going to a break, and we'll be coming back with the full crew. Everyone has arrived, so we'll be pumping up the notch a little bit, and we'll see you guys back here in a moment.